Hello, welcome to All Stars Online, brought to you from my basement. It is what it is, but we're all under quarantine. We're all living the dream. I'm here with a giant white Russian, so I'm living the dream. Hope everybody else is relaxing, having a good time, not going crazy. Don't murder your family members. Everybody chill out. Everybody's having a good time. That's all we want. So today we have a show. We have some people that put together some footage for us, some tape stuff from home. Some people are busy working still, God bless them, doing what they got to do. So they sent me some clips, previously filmed stuff, no problem. It's all in the mix. We're going to have a good time, enjoy the show, and if you like it, ask for more. We'll be back in a few days with some extras, all right? Thanks, and enjoy the show.
Yo, what's poppin'? My boy Sean asked me to make this video real quick. I also have the fucking quarantine beard going on right now. But, yeah, so a lot of the comedy clubs and a lot of the scene is closed right now. So I think it's pretty cool that he's putting this on. But basically, here's a story of when I used to work at a daycare center for kids who have special needs. So one day I walk into work, right? And this kid named Paul walks in, and Paul is being Paul, right? He comes in, he's chilling, drinking his apple juice, playing with his puzzles and shit. And then behind him, this girl named Samantha walks in, right? But Samantha's crying. She's bawling her eyes out. And Paul and Samantha were both dating at the time. So I walk up to Samantha. I'm like, yo, Samantha, what happened? Why are you crying? And Samantha looks at me and she said that she saw Paul kissing this girl named Ashley in the mouth. All right, he cheated on her. And the fucked up part is Ashley has nonverbal autism, so she can't even talk. So I'm like, yo, is that even consensual? Like, how the fuck did you do that? That is the most Bill Cosby shit I've heard in my life. But anyways, part of me was upset because I'm like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is this girl's first crush. It's her first love, and she had to endure this, you know. And I want to help you. I want to make you feel better about yourself, but I don't know what to say. And another part of me was like, yo, Paul is slaying more pussy than I am. This guy is killing the game right now. So I walked up to Paul and I'm like, yo, Paul, how'd you do that? And then Paul just looks at me and he goes, yo, I may have special needs, but my dick game is retarded. I'm like, this guy is a fucking legend. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Keep laughing, keep each other's spirits up during this time. And I hope you guys are safe, man. Peace and love. Thank you. And shout outs to Sean for putting this on.
Hey, my name is Justin Williams, and thank you for tuning in to tonight's show. I'd like to start off with an announcement. I used to have a joke where I would get on stage and I would say, the world's overpopulated and the stock market is out of control. We need a plague to wipe out the weak and a crash to help reset the housing market. To the world, I'd like to apologize. I had no idea my words would be taken literally. But it's scary because I was one of the first, not cases, but in my firm where I worked, I was one of the first people to be exposed to COVID in the sense that somebody I knew had contracted it. I worked on the 6th floor of a building, and somebody on the 8th floor had come down with the virus. The building manager was prompt enough to send everybody home that day and send an email which read, due to somebody coming down with COVID, we'll be shutting down the 8th floor where it would be most prominent. To which I responded, okay, wait. Unless this gentleman knows how to levitate, I don't see why you're only shutting down the 8th floor. Because that guy had to either take the elevators or he took the stairs, and let's face it, if you're climbing 8 flights of steps, there's a good chance that you're going to touch the rung a few times on the way up. Nobody is Lance Armstrong. Not even Lance Armstrong is Lance Armstrong. And the building manager responded to me by saying, Good point. We're shutting it down for 2 weeks. So that's how that happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think this would happen. I didn't think the world was gonna go down based on a plague like this. I was hoping that it would go down for a zombie apocalypse. I used to watch The Walking Dead and take notes like it was a religion. Just sitting there like, oh yeah, axe to the forehead, great battle plan, great battle plan. Invest in treadmills so they can't come in. I love it. I love it. Lock your doors and windows. Fantastic. Now I'm watching quarantine videos and movies and Contagion. Like that's a religion. I'm sitting there going, okay, kill off the weak. I'm not going to go visit my grandma. Which that's another thing. I have an 85-year-old grandmother. Right? So I'm worried about her. I called her. I said, Oma. That's German for grandmother. I said, are you okay? Is there anything I can do for you? And she said, no, I'm fine. And I said, are you scared? And she said, Justen, I've survived World War II. I was 8 years old when it happened. I still remember tanks rolling by our windows. Your great-grandmother covering us when gunfire would go around. And I remember one time I heard a bomb go off, far enough in the distance where we weren't impacted, but enough to rattle the windows. And there was a pause. And she said, but the only benefit was we could actually see when it was coming versus this bullshit where I can't. And I said, that's one way to look at it. And she said, also, now I have the internet and I can just Netflix by myself. I'm Netflix and chilling, Justen. Don't ever say that again, Grandma. Don't ever say that. No, I don't need to know that. But anyways, guys, that's my time. It was supposed to be 2 to 4 minutes. I just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to the people on the front line. Nurses, doctors, personal healthcare workers, and you know what? The unsung heroes of the world still trying to keep the economy moving. Truck drivers. You guys are doing a blessed job, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
He's in a lot of pain tonight and put this show together for you all. That's right, my name is Dan Rosen. It's the Jewish version of John Smith. It's a very Jewish name. You'll see it all over Jewish Tinder, which is a real thing. It's called J Swipe. I didn't think Jews wanted to be swiped anymore, but that's weird because they have J-Date, which makes sense. That's Jewish mingle. But like J Swipe, it's a hookup app. It's for people who are like, I want that dick, but it still has to be circumcised. It'd also be a very common name if there was a Jewish detective show. People would be like, Officer Leibowitz. Any ID on the Vic? Nope. Just another Dan Rosen. Not that there would be a Jewish detective show, because everyone would confess within the first 10 minutes. Or their moms would like drag them into the station and be like, you go tell the nice officer what you did to Maury Hirschberg's department store. A lot of my friends often ask me how I keep my slim figure. I'm 145 pounds, 5'10". Ow! Very anemic chic, I agree. No, here's the tip. No specific diet, just 22 years of incurable bowel disease. 2 colonoscopies a year is like a good year for me. Yeah, I have Crohn's disease. It's kind of weird. So yeah, it's one of those weird, like awkward, horribly painful diseases where all the symptoms are fart and poop related. It's like the whoopee cushion of chronic illness. A friend of mine was like telling me the other day, like, oh damn, like, hey, you lost weight. I was like, thank you, I did recently lose muscle mass. Or like, hey, like nice 6-pack. Like, yeah, it's the way my skin hangs off my intestines. So yeah, it has been like a rough disease, but my mom has a dark sense of humor, which really helps with it. When I was 16, after my first surgery, because you never forget your first, I was this height, but 25 pounds lighter, and my mom was helping me into the car and told me, like, Ken, you look like you just got released from a concentration camp. I agree. That's dark. It's 2020. Now we say detention center. Anyhow, so it is it's a bit of a rough disease. In addition to having Crohn's disease, I also have a wife. But she's great. She's like a really wonderful person. She's like superhumanly level-headed. Like Batman will beat up the Joker and drag him to Arkham Asylum, whereas Carrie will sit him down, talk him through his issues, and get him to finally put on that like one-man show about dropping out of clown college and no more chaos. Gotham's fine. That's the kind of person she is. I knew that she was the one for me because the first time we went on a date, we were walking through the woods, and she asked me about the last time I got sick. So I told her about this anal abscess I had. Don't Google image search that. And then we made out for the first time 5 minutes later. That's when I was like, all right, I need to lock this shit down. Like pricing engagement rings that night. And it's been a bit tough because lately she's been the one who's actually been sick. She's gotten this thing, I think it's like a tapeworm. It's just been getting bigger and bigger in her. It's about 6 inches long now. It makes her really nauseous and bloated. Apparently the only way, like, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and then eventually she'll have to pass it out through her vagina. I don't know if anyone else, ladies, if any of you here have had this condition. The medical term for it is pregnancy. But see, women always know. Guys are like, oh God, a vagina tapeworm? What is that? Right. So she is pregnant, which is great. We're really excited, mostly because we no longer have to tell people that we're trying anymore. Because it's weird when people are like, are you trying? It's like, yes, I've been raw dogging your niece as much as possible. Don't worry. So I'll leave you with this. The way I knew that... It's the only way to start the conversation. The way I knew that she was the one for me was the day after we got engaged. We were getting ready for bed, and she had this cheeky smile on her face, and then pulled the covers over my head, and that was the worst fart I'd ever smelled. Like, it was one of those ones you can taste, right? And you're all saying gross, gross, but I was like, oh my God, I love you so much. The woman of my dreams, you're the best. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Let's go.
Rosen! Good stuff, buddy.
Good moral salutations. Welcome to, this is coming from the Quarantine Comedy Club. I don't know if you appreciate that alliteration. I worked really hard on it. I don't know how your quarantine is going. I have a heavy burden with me. Nobody in my family is elderly or has corona, but I do have a heavy case of kids. So I'm tired all the time, it's hard. Anyway, I know that I really, really miss adults. Not that to say that I don't appreciate my children and their wonderful things they have to say, but, I'll talk to any person as to when I was, not quarantined, no person shall I ever speak to. That was literally a mantra I had put on a tapestry above the door, so that, anybody came there, they would read that sort of elvish speech I wrote and they would know not to come in. So I know that, I hate answering the phone, a lot. I absolutely despise it. I don't know why I keep one. It just gives me a lot of anxiety. I can text, I'll message you, but if you call me, don't FaceTime either. That's aggressive. I don't know anybody like that to FaceTime. That's just not, Anyway, I get a call from an unknown number and I picked it up. So that's, woo, I'm already got cabin fever. And then it was the plumber. We have a small leak under the tub. And really this conversation should have went like this. It should have been, hi, I'm the plumber. And then I say, hello, plumber. I'm the tenant. And then, you know, he says, I'm free this day. And I'm like, that day. And he's like, well, you know, work on this day. And so, yeah. And then it's a 30-second conversation. Maybe 45 if you're super polite, you know? I milked 15 minutes of quality conversation with a plumber I've never met. I don't even know if I remember his name, but I remember what we talked about. I remember what we shared. I remember so much. I feel like I'm a plumber now with the information that I have. I feel like, let me tell you, like, I know about sewage. Do you know about sewage? I do. This man taught me. He brought me under his hard hat. I don't know what they wear in sewers. Trousers? Don't put me under there. Sorry. I'm a professional. But that was pretty good. So anyway, we get into it. He's telling me about his life during quarantine, and I was interested because this is the working man's journey and, you know, quarantine today. You know, he's trying to make his living, but also not get corona and also not get poop on him. Like, he's got so much going on. So I talked to him about it, and he was obliging. Eventually, I noticed that, like, we're going nowhere with this conversation. Like, I'm still, like... At one point, I just say, you know, I'm so sorry for talking your ear off. You know, this conversation did not need to be this long. Thank you for, you know, being nice about it. And he says, oh, well, you know, you have kids, so I thought that maybe you'd like to talk to an adult for a bit. And the fact that he understood, like, my plight and I understood his plight, you know what I mean? Like, we shared something. I feel like I'll have that with anybody I meet on the street now. Like, anybody will be my new best friend. But you can't touch me. Don't touch me. But also text me, maybe. Don't ever call me. Yeah, so... Now that I do have quarantine with kids, I think we're at day 25 now, my son has not stopped talking, full stop, and then, subcategory, he has not stopped talking about Pokemon. And then all other things as well, but mostly the Pokemons. And listen, I fuck with Pokemon, okay? I've always fucked with Pokemon. So I know a lot about OG Pokemon. I've watched it as a child and as an adult all the time. I like it. My son thinks that I am a square noob little bitch because I don't know his Pokemons at this point, at this level. There's like 900 maybe now? And then he shows me his cards. He shows me what the Pokemon look like now. They have, and I'm not lying to you, you can look it up. They have a swole, I'm talking like beefed up, roided out, like so huge. He's a mosquito. And I'm pretty sure his name is, you guessed it, Swolito. I actually don't know if that's true, but there is a swole mosquito. There's also like some food that floats around. Yeah, I'm talking like legit food. And how you gonna have food fly around when Brock's around? You know, he's gonna eat that shit. And that's weird because he's eating Pokemons. Sorry, I'm getting weird with it. Anyway, so yeah, I am kind of a square because I say square. So there you go. Not a cool dude, even though all of this awesome gear would lead you to believe that's a cool cat. I just said cool cat, not cool person. So, I feel really lame some days because I'm sober. And, you know, when you're sober, you get like this interesting perspective and you know, people say to you, it's like a whole new life, you know, it's like a whole new life, you know, and maybe, kinda, in that your new life has considerably less friends, less fun, and a lot more consequences compared to And, you know, I don't look at like my baby daughter and look at her beautiful new life and then think, I wonder how she wrestles with her tiny baby demons, you know? Does she have tiny baby demons? Does she have 30 years of decisions that will haunt her forever in her new life? No, she doesn't. So, you know, Silver's like a new life, new perspective for sure. With music, I find that I'm having a hard time relating to the things I used to listen to. And I'll give you a great example. I don't know if you're familiar with The Weeknd's phenomenal hit, Can't Feel My Face. I can feel my face when I'm with you. And then no more. I can't sing anymore. Copyright, I think. So that song is literally about doing so much of the drugs that your face has lost feeling. Okay? And then children danced and parents applauded and they gave him an award and it's crazy. But at one point in my life, I was like rocking out to that song and I was like, yeah, me too. Me too. He has this line in one of his songs where he says, if I OD, I want you to OD right beside me. Which is like, whoa, buddy, like pump the brakes. You know, it's a great line, like melodically, but the implication is that if he does so much of the drugs that he starts dying a bit, he wants whoever he's with, whether they're sober or not, to as well comply on some Jonestown shit. I don't know, but I feel like I'm not connecting with it as well, and I really, really enjoyed it for such a long time. But I find that, you know, in this culture today, we really want representation in our media, you know, like, and it's totally, so it's amazing and I'm positive and it's great. I feel like there's a lot of shows out there that are complying. However, with rap hip-hop music, which is arguably one of the most popular genres today, there is very little things that you can relate to on a personal level, okay? Like, when you hear Post Malone be like, he's rolling in his 720 bumping Fall Out Boy, like, maybe you know about Fall Out Boy in your broke-ass van, but you don't know about, like, Lambo Fall Out Boy. I don't know either, I'm just saying it's probably cool. But I can't relate to that. And then when The Weeknd, he's crying in his songs about all the cocaine and models that he loves, hates, I can't be like, doing the dishes and yeah, me too, man. No, I get it, you know. You don't have that. But in you know, media today, we want, you know, a slightly gay, slightly unstable, you know, suspected but not diagnosed, you know, androgynous. And I'm totally on board for that, you know? I'm totally on board. It's just, maybe we could put that in rap music, you know? Like, maybe we could have a little bit, we could lower the bar a little bit. I'm just putting that out there to any artists out there. Just bring it down a notch, you know? Maybe talk about your mortgage. Maybe talk about that. You can talk about how good it is. That's fine. But, like, I could be like, I have a mortgage too, you know? I'm just kidding. I can't relate to that either. I don't have a mortgage. I rent. I just wanted to put it out there that, you know, I really appreciate everyone's efforts in the stay-at-home, you know, trending, you know, keeping talking about environmental issues, you know, the younger population. Zoomers, I think you're called. Generation Z, maybe? I don't know. Not me. The lower ones. Not lower as people. Anyway. You know, you guys are fighting real hard for you know, representation and environments and student loans and eating ass. You know, you guys just, that's awesome. You've normalized butthole licking. That's so awesome. Like, I can't say enough because I was working the front lines on the booty hole front is what I'm saying. Like, I had to do it not grassroots style, ass-root style. You know, you gotta change everybody's mind one butt at a time. That was my campaign slogan. My partner really doesn't like that joke. He really hates it when I say it, but you know, he can eat my ass!
Boy, they say don't shit where you eat. Well, I should hear about 15 times a day, so I'm really mixing business with pleasure here. Alright guys, so, well, I'll just jump into it because I don't have a lot of time. Sorry, bad joke. Anyways, I'm Kirby Sloan. You know, as you can tell, I'm really young. I'm a really young comic, 16 years old, so I'm a teenager. And so I grew up with the internet, which is very different from you guys. You know, you don't really grow up with the internet and everything. So it's very different. And we were taught, like, we don't get taught in computer class that the internet can lie to you, because we're just growing up as the internet's this all-powerful thing. It's always right. You know, you can Google whatever, right? So about back in 2013, I guess, Wolf of Wall Street came out. Big movie. So I started illegally streaming movies. And I wanted to watch this movie because I wanted to see Margot Robbie's boobies. So did every single one of you. Don't lie to me, okay? Because we all know that that's what's going on. Guys, your secret's safe with me, okay? So anyways, I go to illegally stream it, and I get these ads that come up, and I don't know that ads can lie to you because I'm a bit of an idiot. So the first one that comes up goes, girl 5 kilometers away wants to fuck you. And I was like, damn, that's a little bit forward, huh? Don't you think? I was like, don't we usually have to schedule, like, to hold hands at recess first or something? And then, like, we go to a hug, and, like, I think that's very forward. I don't know. And so if I wasn't the lazy guy that I am, probably would have done it. But I'm a lazy fuck. And so I was like, 5 kilometers. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, that's a whole cross-country race. I'm not walking that. No way. And I got to walk home. And then it's this whole thing. I was like, oh. So I didn't do it. And I moved on to the next ad. The next ad that came up was like, Kijiji for sex. I was like, hey, isn't that just Craigslist? Like, I didn't know that there was a difference. You could Google on Craigslist, cabinet. The first result that come will be like, hey, come fuck me in a cabinet for $100. Like, that's what Craigslist was. I'm not saying any big Craigslist users here, because that's why you used it, you creepy guys. Jeez. Anyway, so I clicked on it, and all of a sudden I downloaded all this porn into this homework folder, and I was like, ah. At least that's what I told my parents when they found out that I had it there. They're like, who are all these MILFs? And I'm like, I don't like MILFs. You ever had to have that conversation with your parents that kind of into MILFs? Yeah, don't. It's not a good conversation to have. Really don't. Avoid it as best you can. But yeah, anyway, so with, with the internet comes cyberbullying, and I hate cyberbullying so much. I hate it. I really don't like cyberbullying because it's so easy to get caught, man. You know how many times I've gotten caught? So annoying, and I hate it. Who knew that putting your username as not Kirby Sloan 260 would somehow find a way for them to trace it back to you? And they can screenshot it and stuff, and there's like hard proof that you were doing it. Oh, I hate it. Anyway, school's very different now too. Very different than in your generation, you know, because now classes aren't racially segregated. That is very different from back in your time. Every time I tell people that, they're like, haha, no way. That must be a really whack classroom because you're all racist and I'm not. But anyway, so, high school's like the party phase. I'm in the party phase. Everyone wants to party. I'm partying. My friends are partying. But I had to learn very quick, when you have to be the sober one, how to take care of your friends, right? I had to learn very quick. And I figured out, like, almost right away, you just have to treat them like they're your dog. You know when your dog takes forever to just decide to pee on the fire hydrant and they're just smelling it? It's like when your friends are standing by somebody else's car looking at it like, I really think I should piss on this thing. And they're drunk mind. You just have to go, hurry up and piss on it and let's get out of here. That guy's looking at us really weird in his house. We gotta go. Right? Exactly like that. The other time is when they're throwing up and you don't want them to die because you're a nice guy, but you really wish you could see them die just because they've annoyed you all night. So they're throwing up, laying back down. You have to treat them like your dog. Roll over, right? And so then the other thing is when you have to get them in the car to drive them home and you can't get them in, it's just sit. Hey, sit. So you can strap them in and then go. Anyways, that's my time. I don't want to overstep on anyone. I'm Kirby Sloan. Tell your parents when we'd ever say, hey, this guy's 16, he's funnier than Grandpa, and Grandpa's a little bit racist.
Okay. And then I wrote a little song demonstrating this for you. Woo! Woo! I've never actually played a comedy song in public before. We all sing to voice. Alright, so can you guys hear this? Can you guys hear it? I would like to encourage you guys to sing along once you start to catch on, Let me catch my breath. I'm not in shape. I'm trying to do it quietly. It's like, let's just take a few royal breaths. It goes like this, okay? You've been awesome tonight, guys. Thank you so much. I thought my dad was a delivery every man. 'Cause when I met him, he had pizza in his hand. Guess I just didn't understand, but I found out he's not that grand. To breathe. Cause he's an RCMP with no time for me. Daddy issues, here I come. He's an RCMP that doesn't value me. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. Stripper poles and fill my holes. Yeah, daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. My boyfriend's old and I've been told ice cream daddy when I come. Ice cream daddy when I come. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, I've got tons. Okay, I'm an attention whore with a revolving door. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. Get this. I need validation for no visitations. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. I'm hooked on drugs, Dad gave no hugs. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. And when I strip for you, it's not for money. I'm pretending you're my father, honey. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. Now can you all see what Daddy... Or wait, let me do that again. Okay, I fucked up. Imagine my childhood though, give me a break. So it goes like this, sorry. Now can you all see what Daddy didn't do, did to me? Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, I've got tons. I have a reputation for low education. Sometimes I'm the last to laugh, yet I'm always the first they wanna gag. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. 'Cause I see the stuff in the stack, like my oh my, and tap that knack. Yeah, I see the stuff in the sack. Dad, I want you back. I see the stuff in the sack. Like Dad, I will talk back, so give that ass a slap. Daddy issues, here I come. Daddy issues, here I come. Now if we could go back to the delivery days, and this time maybe he didn't go away. And if he could just love me more, I don't be a stripper anymore. Or a little whore, or a little whore. Bacon, cheese, and pepperoni pizza makes me so horny. Thank you. And thank you. I want you to sing that all once with me. We'll do it 3 times, okay? Just because it's fun, come on. Bacon, cheese, and pepperoni pizza makes me so horny. Bacon, cheese, and pepperoni pizza makes me so horny. Bacon, cheese, and pepperoni pizza makes me so horny. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Tania Holler. Thank you.
But really, had it not been for the English and the Indians doing the nasty, I wouldn't have graced this earth. And a world without Samridhi is so dull. Now, the first time when I flew to India, my patriotic horse was excessively happy because I was finally coming home to my country, my people. And as the plane lands in New Delhi, I ran to its most famous butter chicken place. So I walk in, and this tall Indian server, we will call him Mr. India from now on. So Mr. India comes and he just stares down at me. Are you sure you can eat spicy food? Ooh. I was very offended. Excuse me, Mr. India, I have been eating spicy food all my life in London. But I am Indian. I am born spicy. I am a spice attack. I am ginger spice. So, when Mr. India brought his big bowl of butter chicken, I decided to sit down on the floor like a proper Indian girl, used my hands, and ate up every single piece of that chicken. Piss off, Mr. India. But the next day I was forced into an arranged marriage with a pot in the bathroom. Yeah. I have major issues with brown people and British people because they gave me their genes. So I'm genetically blessed by them. But my biggest issue is with North America. The fact that in North America, I am not considered an Asian. Like, what? Do I not look like an Asian? No. I'm not from the continent of Asia. Did I study the wrong maps in school? Like, what? Because the last time I checked, India was a part of Asia. Ergo, I am Asian. Period. So if anyone wants to argue with me, meet me in the back. Or slide in my DMs, do not meet me. Do not meet me. Oh, and also in Canada, FYI, I am not even an Indian. Like, didn't we already establish that Christopher Columbus, the stupid pillow man, a complete waste of space banker, who decided to call Native Americans Indians, was actually looking for my people? But now, in the 21st century, when I go to Service Ontario, there's a box marked Indian. I am not allowed to check that. There's a box marked Asian. I'm not allowed to check that. I have to check a box marked others. Oh.
Please put your hands together for Mr. Cliff Knight, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, Yucks, what's happening? Alright, y'all awake-ish. What's happening is me. My name's Cliff Knight. You might know me by my street name. Yeah, I'm homeless Tiger Woods. What's going on? Here to talk to y'all a little bit of shit. I love it. I love traveling. It's my favorite part of this job. I came all the way from Greektown to see a white guy. Fuck yeah. Yeah, man. You gotta love Toronto for that, man. Like I said, I like traveling. Sometimes I'm on planes. And I'll notice, let me know if you ever notice this. You ever notice there's a fly on your plane? You know, like with you or something? Like, I see that and the first thing pops in my head is like, he's never gonna see his family again. You know what I mean? I don't know where this tiny empathy comes from for this fly. I see a fly in a plane, I'm like, yo, you have your own wings, bro. Just go, man. Just fucking go. Your lifespan's like 4 days. You're immigrating? For real? Got time for that visa shit, bro. I came here. I've been in Canada almost 10 years. I'm originally from a place called Guyana. Y'all know what that is? Yeah. 592, that's what it is. That's Guyana, South America, not Ghana, white people. I mean, yeah, we get a lot of their mail. That's not my fault. I didn't do that. It's crazy, man. I came here and I know something about y'all Canadians. Y'all hate raccoons. Holy shit. So much. You know what I'm talking about? You know the GTA area has spent $100 million on those new bins? You know, with the Rubik's Cube on top? None of y'all can open that shit. I know you're breaking it. I know that's what you're doing. This is what they thought. They thought it was gonna keep raccoons out of your garbage. But I feel like all we're doing is making them more intelligent. Right? You know, we're giving them brain teasers and shit now. The average Canadian raccoon, probably smarter than the average American graduate. I don't know. They have the same credit score, don't at me. I don't get why you guys hate them so much. Yeah, they have hands that are the wrong size or whatever, you know, like, they wash stuff, they have those masks. You trying to keep it classy right now, bro? If you sneak up behind a raccoon, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm eating trash right now, but up in that maple, I got a piano. What are you doing? Do some Tchaikovsky. I don't get it, because to me, A raccoon is just a drunk cat. That's it. It's about how smart they are. Where I come from back home, we don't have raccoons. We got monkeys. Oh yeah, your problems are perspective now, huh? Monkeys are like you when you were 6, okay? They're fast, they like to steal shit. They have prehensile tails like we all did, you know? You don't even understand your problems. Raccoons just want to eat your garbage. Monkeys want to wear your chinos, fam. Raccoons are in there, oh, we got some extra meatloaf, yeah. Monkeys are in there, oh, I found this bank statements and an Adderall. Let's party! Fucking party. Some of y'all are listening to me and you're like, oh, Cliff, you say you're Guyanese, but you don't sound like no Guyanese person I know. Not once have you mentioned chicken curry. Not once. I know. It's because when I came here, I realized that the Guyanese accent is cool, but it's not exactly sexy. You know, it doesn't really work for hollering. You can't roll up on girls like, Miss Lady. I got some sugar cane for your suck on. You want it? Don't bite. Don't bite. Doesn't really work. Doesn't really work. After a while, I just have to learn. You gotta switch it up to be like, hey, do you want to go for a soda stream sometime? We could catch a yoga class. Maybe go to a snakes and lattes. Do some Catan, then bang. How about it? I'm so jealous of y'all Jamaican. We got Jamaicans in the house? Fuck y'all. I'm so jealous of y'all. Y'all can say anything you want, and that shit is sexy. It doesn't even have to make sense sometimes, man. My Jamaican friends here in Canada, they roll up on white women. Be like, hey yo, ice princess. Me want for breed, you know. Are you named Everest? Come and want for climb on top of plot me pull to me dead. What? You can say that? I'm wet right now. Stop this. Stop this. Madness, man. And the longer I'm here, I start to notice a lot of people are really jumpy, you know? Like, anxiety is a real thing in North America, you know? But you guys are jumpy all the time. You ever in the subway and see it's coming in 6 minutes? People are like, fuck! Oh, they start calling their loved ones. What? They're on edge, man. I think it's your music up here, you know what I mean? There's a lot of metal and thrash and emo, a lot of angsty shit, you know? For the smallest inconvenience, man's will be like, crawling in my skin. These wounds, oh, yo, we have Baskin Robbins, bro. Pick a flavor. That's all you gotta do. I think y'all need more soca. If you don't know what soca is, that thing that happens during Caravana, you know? You dance in the street and wear glitter for 9 days, you know? That's what's happening. That's sexy Taibo. That's us, you know what I mean? I'll tell you why. It's because people from the Caribbean and South America, we go through some of the harshest conditions on the planet. You know what I mean? Think about it. Every hurricane, every earthquake you sent your dollar to, you know? Every flood. When I was 14 years old, we had this huge flood in Georgetown. 4 feet of water covered the whole city. Doesn't sound like much, but people lost their car, their house, you know what I mean? You're trapped at home, you're running out of food, you're running out of water. Because you can't drink that water. Obviously, it's gonna mess with your system. It's gonna make you want to throw it up. You know? Like throw it up, right? Like throw it up, jump a wave, I say, who want the vaccine? Just come and get your vaccine. Enough ibuprofen and plenty doxycycline. Put it in your arm and choke, and choke, and choke, and choke, and choke. People go to nightclubs to get their prescription, guys. That's the power of soca. It's insane. But now we up here in North America. And speaking of period sex, yeah? Y'all don't fuck with it? You know what I mean? Like, you know what it is? It's 2020. All the guys are down with it. They're eating ass now. You know, it's another level. It's the ladies. I understand. You don't feel sexy. It's a crime scene. I get it, okay? I want to help you. But my girl, if she's with it, I'm with it. Okay, so one time during Werewolf Week, we're, setting it up, you know, we doing that earthquake mode shit, right? And I'm hitting it so hard from the back that I can feel the splatter. But the lights are off, so I'm like, yo, we at Marine World, it's fine, yo. Everybody's having fun. But our bed is not made of any particular quality. Yeah, don't front. All of y'all got an IKEA shit ready to fall apart at any moment. So we're going at it, but part of the frame breaks and separates and stabs me in the leg. But I'll be damned if that's gonna stop this fuck truck, okay? So I just keep going with that shit, and somehow the pain and the pleasure mix, never had it before, and we come and we're speechless, but she's speechless because of the sex. I'm speechless because I've lost more blood than she has right now. Don't worry, healthcare's free up here. It's free. You guys, it's 2020 now. I saw a commercial that changed my life forever. It's not every day you can say something like that, you know? It was a commercial for the all-new 2020 Subaru Outback. If you know anything about Subarus, you know they're like outdoorsy cars, you know? You can take them hiking and shit, right? So whoever set up the commercial was like, a good visual representation of this would be if we had a goat in the commercial with the car. Because, you know, goats and Subarus are very similar, right? You know, they climb mountains, they splash in puddles. Lesbians love them. I hear. This is what they tell me in marketing, you know? The whole vibe of the commercial is, we got the car, and we got the goat. We put the car up against the goat, and you never guess who won. You never guess who won. You never guess. The car. Obviously it was the car, right? I'm watching the commercial like, I hope to God your car won. If you put your car up against one goat and your car loses, I'm not buying your shitty car. I'm gonna buy that goat. Straight up, catch me rolling around Toronto in my all-new 2020 Subaru Outback. I'm doing that shit. Hey, yo, I've been Cliff Knight. Thank you guys so much. Give it up for the Godfather, Kenny Robinson.
Cliff Knight, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cliff.
So that was the show, guys. That was our first All-Stars comedy online. I think we'll try it again soon. We'll get more videos, more comics. We'll chill out. You know, maybe I won't be in the basement. Maybe we'll be in the stairs of the basement or the patio beside the basement. Who knows? Living the dream, right? It's like a successful episode of Income Property. Anyway, we'll see you guys soon. Have a good night.